Hello friends, in this video we are going to see how the timers work. Now let's get started with the video. First of all, I will create a new folder and I will name the folder as timers. And after I will select the folder here and I will choose ladder diagram. I will start with the power rail first. After that, I will create two variables. One will be input and I will type the variable is boolean and the second one will be output. Now I will drag this up and I will add the block here. Then I'm going to first of all select the TP, which is pulse. The pulse timer can be used to generate output pulses of a given time duration. Now I will press OK. Then after I will make the block a little bit bigger. Then after I will add a contact here on the left side and I will add a coil on the right side. Then I will join the pins here with the power rail and with the block. Then after I will join the pins of the input. Now as you can see on the function block, on the left side there is IN, which is input for short, and on the right side is Q, which is coil at the output, and on below you can see that there is PT, which is preset time. Now for the preset time I'm going to need a variable here and you need to write on the variable t hash and then after you will write for how many times you are going to need the preset. As I will write 7 second and I will press OK. Then after I'm going to connect the preset time with the variable here and then after I will start the simulation. The simulation is complete. Now let me show you first of all how the pulse timer works. I'm going to show you output and the input on the right side. Then after, as you can see, it shows the hash 0 m second, which is millisecond. Then after I would force the input to true. As you can see, it started timing with the 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up to 7 seconds. Up to 7 seconds, the output was true, and after 7 seconds, the output is false. Now, I will force false the input, and you can see that the timer is preset and it started showing 0 millisecond. Now, when I force true to the input, the output is true and it started showing timer, as you can see, 6 seconds up to 7 seconds, and the output is false. Now the TP or the pulse timer works up to the duration or up to the preset time. If I write here the preset time 10 seconds, for the 10 seconds the output will be true, and after 10 seconds the output will be false. Now let me show you. If I write 10 seconds instead of 7 seconds, or you could write 10,000 millisecond, which is same as 10 seconds, and I will press OK. Then I will start the simulation. The simulation is complete, and I will click on the glasses here. Then after, let me just force true to the input. Now it started showing the timer here up to the 10 seconds. Now again I will force false, and then I will force true. The timer is starting again from 0 second up to the 10 second here. Up to 10 seconds the output was true, and after 10 seconds the output will be false. That is how the pulse timer works. Now I will stop the simulation, and I will add the another block here, which will be our on, or the on delay timer can be used to delay setting and output true for fixed period after an input becomes true. Okay, now I will just copy and paste the input on the left side. I will join these pins here, and then after I will copy and paste the output on the right side. And for the preset time, I will just copy and paste, and I will join these pins here. Then after, let me just increase the number of the pins here for the rail. I will just write 100 and press OK. And for the right side I will do the same. I will join the pins now, as they got disconnected when I updated the power rails. Now we can start the simulation. Okay, the simulation is complete. I will drag this up to show you the ladder diagram here. Now You already may know now that if or when when I modify the input here to true, this input, which is same as this input, they both will go true when I modify any one of the input, as they are same. Now, up to 10 seconds, the output will go true, and after 10 seconds, the output is true. Let me just stop the simulation here. Clear the misunderstanding here, I will add another input here, which will be input 0 and output 0. I will also create an input 1 and output 1 for the T off, which is off timer. Now let me just double click on the input here, and I will say that, or I will edit it as our input 0, and for the output I will say that it will be output 0. Now we are ready to go for the simulation. The simulation is complete. I will click on the glasses here. Then after I will drag this up so that you may see the ladder diagram clearly here. Then after, let me clear these here, and I will show you the output and output 0. Then after I will show you the input and input 0. Now when I modify the input to true, we already saw this, that the output will be true only for the preset time. That's how the pulse timer works. And when I modify the input 0 to true or false to true, the output 0 is false and the preset timer is 10 seconds, and up to 10 seconds the output was false, and after 10 seconds the output is true. Or you may increase or decrease the preset time here, or you could just write 10 seconds instead of 10,000 milliseconds, which will be same, of course. Now let's head over to the last timer, which will be T off. And for that, I'm going to need the T off function block here. I will add it from the standard function blocks. Then I will scroll down and I will click on the T off. The off delay timer can be used to delay setting an input false for fixed period after input goes false. Now I will just increase its size. Then after, I'm going to need a, okay, let's just keep it same. I'm going to need first of all a contact on the left side, which will be input first. I will adjust its block size. Then after, I will join these pins here. Now I will add a coil which will be output first, and I will join these pins. Okay, then I will adjust its block size. Now we are ready for, first of all, let me just edit it as 10 seconds. Okay, I will press OK. Now I will keep it as 10,000 milliseconds, and I will keep this one as 10 seconds. Okay, I will start with the simulation here. The simulation is complete. I will click on the debug instance here. Then I will show you the ladder diagram to do that. To do that, I'm going to need to drag this up. Then after, you can see the ladder diagram here. I'm going to need to clear these. Then after, I will show you the output for the T pulse and output 0 for the T on and output first for the T off. Then input 0 and input 1. Or I could just show you the output for the T pulse and input of the T pulse. Then I will show you output of the T on and input of the T on. At last, I will show you the output and input of the T off. Okay, now we may start with the input of the T pulse. I will force to true. Now we already saw that up to the preset time it will be true. After then it will go false. For the T on, when I modify the input up to the preset time, the output will be false, and after the preset time the output will go true. Now the last, which is T off, I will force true to the input first. The output goes true. Immediately with the input, when I modify the input to false, you will see that the output is still true. For how many times? Up to the preset time, and then it goes false. Now let me force false to all of the input here. Now in this video we saw that how timers work. At first we saw that the pulse timer, it works for the preset time, and then after it goes false. And then after we saw the timer on, or the on timer, and in that one we saw that the output goes on after the preset time. And at last, which was T off, and in T off we saw that the output is still on after the input goes false, and the output is on up till the preset time, and which here is 10 seconds. Now let's see for the last time when I modify the input for the pulse timer. The preset time is 10 seconds. Up to 10 seconds the output was true, and then after then the output goes false. And for the T on, the output is false, and after the preset time the output goes on and it still remains on. And for the T off, the output remains on, and when I modify and when I switch off the input here or modify it to false, the output is still on up to the preset time. Now, this ends our video here. Thank you for watching.